Hello, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today I have an interesting review for you. This is Launcher Saurus from the Machine Robo Mugenbine line. A little bit of history here. Back in the 80s, they had a show in Japan called Machine Robo. I believe there was a cartoon associated with that as well, but the Machine Robo toys were what Tonka brought over here and turned into GoBots, which obviously got destroyed by Transformers, but they kind of rebooted it in the early 2000s as a show called Machine Robo Rescue, where they reused some of the molds, some new ones, and on the show, each Robo had a small child partner, because it was a Japanese anime show. And then each Robo had a team of smaller robots that could merge to form arms and legs to make them a larger robot, which was a pretty cool concept. When that show ended, it kind of transitioned into the Machine Robo Mugenbine line. Unfortunately, didn't have a show associated with it, but each one of these comes with this kind of a robot. It's called a Mugenroid, and as you can see, they have ports all over their bodies. There's 4 here on the front, on the sides, on the arms, 2 on the back. And each Mugenroid comes with an assortment of varied pieces. And how it works is you can manipulate the robot and snap the pieces on in such a way that it has different versions and modes. But the big appeal of the Mugenbine line is that you can really just, if you have a bunch of these things, they're universal ports, so you can just go nuts. You can mix and match, go crazy, create any kind of combination you can possibly dream up. Mugenbine comes from the Japanese word Mugen, which means infinite, and Bine from the English word combine, so Mugenbine means infinite combinations. So this is Launcher Saurus, which the first set of Mugenroids there's 26 of them, and they're from A to Z. This one is L. You can see on the side of his head he's got an L. And how it works, the naming convention is the first letter of the first word, L for launcher, and then so like the first one I believe is Air Leon, which is a lion and a jet. There's B is build giraffe, and so on and so forth. So this is L. This is Launcher Saurus, which is kind of a rare one. I found it on eBay recently, and I was really excited because I've wanted this one for a long time. So that's a little bit of history on Mugenbine. Let me go ahead and show you this guy's 2 modes here. The first mode he has, I'll show you the box. He's got this awesome space shuttle mode, and then he's got this like Mechagodzilla looking mode. So this is the front of the box. And then if you turn it over, on the back here, let me back up a little bit, and I'll zoom up. You can see here is the head of the robot, spaceship mode, dinosaur / Godzilla mode. And then you can see down here there are other sets, and he can combine with the other sets. I have fire, but I don't have police, so unfortunately I can't do this combination. Down here you can see some of the other ones. Let's see if I can get a little closer. But like this is Air Leon I was talking about, Build Giraffe, Carry Eagle, and so on and so forth. So on the side of the box you kind of have this. Shows you all the pieces it comes with. So I'll put this off to the side. I'm going to move in a little bit. Okay, I moved in a little bit to show you this a little better. So for the spaceship mode, the first thing you do is push his head down. It just folds in like that. And then these 2 arms fold forward. Then here at the legs, that goes down. So you're left with the Mugenroid looking like this. And I guess I should show you all the different articulation that it has. The arms go 360, both sides. These pegs can go 90 degrees like that. The legs can fold out, and also they can move like this, and then they can also fold here, and then this right here can move around like 180 degrees. Okay, so putting him back in the mode, fold that up, and then drop this down. Then you're going to take these two really large pieces, which kind of look like cannons, but you're going to turn them around. And if you see, there's a very tiny little peg right here, and it just hits that hole right there. It's not really going to click or anything, it's just kind of as a guide to hold it in place. Now what you're going to do is these two pegs right here, there's one right here and one right here, they're going to peg into these two holes there. So there you go. And like I said, this peg's really just a guide, it doesn't snap or anything. Now this piece here is the front of the shuttle. So these two pegs here are going to go into these two holes here. There you go. So now you can start to see the front of the shuttle. This piece here, it kind of looks like a back thruster almost. That's going to plug into these four on the back. So there you go. And then this piece here, you can see the fin. Now it does have a face back here, which is for that bigger mode, the bigger robot when you combine it with the other sets. But like I said, I don't have that, so I can't show you that. But these two holes here are going to peg onto these two pegs here. Like that. There we go. So now what you're left with is these two big wing sections and then these two smaller wing sections. So what you're going to do is combine them like that, whole peg. Do the same with the other one. Then you got to pick this up, and then these two holes will go on these two. So you, oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing the wrong one. These two. Now, if you'll notice, right here, there's this little tab. There is a hole. I'll take it off to show you. Well, I'll show you on the other one. See this tiny little slot right here? That's what that's going to peg into. So it just boom, clips right there, and then this hides that peg. Then you do the same with the other. Clip that on and tab it in. So there you go. Now you have the spaceship mode of Launcher Saurus. I really love this spaceship mode. It's one of the things that drew me to this one in the first place. I really think this is a cool space shuttle mode. I mean, it really looks like a space shuttle. I think they did a really good job when you snap the pieces together. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any kind of landing gear or anything on the bottom. Some of the other sets do. It just kind of has these pegs to kind of balance it. So when you put it down, it'll stay, but it doesn't really roll or anything. But like I said, I think this really looks great as a space shuttle. It's one of my favorites. Alright, what I'm going to do is go ahead and take this guy apart, and then I'll show you the Mechagodzilla looking transformation. Okay, I've disassembled him here back to the Mugenroid. So what you're going to do is this time you're going to fold the head in, fold the two arms again, then you're going to take this and fold it back and basically make him into a cube. This is a very common configuration for many of the sets. So you're going to turn it, so, and if you can see on the legs, it makes an M for Mugenroid. You're going to turn it so that the M is upside down. You're going to take these big leg pieces, and you'll see these two pegs right here, and on the back, they're uneven, so that when you peg them in, it makes it so that it's at a 45-degree angle. You're going to do that again with the other side. Then you're going to take this piece and put this on top of, is that right? I think it's like this. No, I think it's, no, I believe it's like this. Pretty sure it's like that. Snap that piece on. Then you're going to take these two little hand pieces and pop this hole onto this peg. because then what it kind of does is when you push it down, this peg keeps it from going too far back, and then it can kind of rest on this peg, but not really. So again, pop that on there. This piece here that was the fin on the other one has 2 holes in the front. You're going to fold these 2 pegs down. Let me show you this. And then they will peg right there. And then you're going to want to turn this up, and that becomes the tail. This piece that was the space shuttle, when you fold it down the other way, you can see it's a dinosaur head. These 2 white pegs are going to peg right here and here. There you go. Then these 2, remember how I said they look like giant guns? This hole here is going to peg onto this hand, this peg on the hand. Same with the other one. This peg, this hole. And there you go. That is his, let me pan this up a little bit. I think it looks like a Mechagodzilla or something like that. They just call it a Dino mode. But you can kind of move the hands a little bit, like as much as a T-Rex's hands can move, I guess. I really like it. I think it looks awesome. I love the giant cannons on the back. I wish they kind of could, you know, maybe do 90 degrees forward so that he could have the 2 cannons coming out like on his shoulders so he could actually like pretend to fire them. But either way, I really think it's awesome. I really love this line. Unfortunately, they never really came out in America. Mugenbine was a Japanese only line. But I definitely have a bunch more of these, so if you guys like this review or you find the Mugenbine toy line interesting, post in the comments and I can do more reviews of these. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.